This right here is a Triumph Scrambler 400X, and while it might look the same as before, it packs something which is entirely new. This thing right here, the new 349cc engine, which is going to replace the 398cc TR series engine in the whole 400 lineup. Let's see what this thing is about. There are no changes cosmetically, save for this plaque here, which doesn't say 400 anymore. Let's get this review cracking. This engine makes lower power and lower torque, and that is courtesy of a shorter stroke, which dropped from 64 mm to 56.1 mm. But you know what? Triumph claims that this engine is just as good as its elder sibling. And along with the shorter stroke, the engine has also received different valve timings. It has a different intake, and it also has a revised balance optimizer. Now the fueling on this bike, that has also been, aggressively optimized, and this engine, it also makes peak power higher in the rev range.
Again, why the shift to the smaller 349cc engine, you ask? Well, the answers lie in the latest revisions to the GST slabs based on engine capacity with the GST 2.0 norms. Motorcycles up to 350cc now attract a lower 18% GST, which is down from 28%, while anything above that threshold is taxed at a hefty 40%, up from 28 to 31%. So it's a clear line in the sand. Smaller bikes get more accessible, while the bigger ones take a hit. And in a rather impressive turn of speed, Bajaj Auto with Triumph has responded in just over 7 months with this new smaller engine for the 400 lineup. And Triumph claims that all the engineering that is at play here is all in the pursuit of preserving the character of that larger 398cc engine. Like I said before, visually there aren't any changes at all, save for the plaque, which no longer reads 400cc and now simply carries the TR series name tag. That is subtle, almost to the point of being unnoticeable. Triumph claims 36.4 bhp and 32 Nm in the Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X, which is roughly a 3 bhp and 5 Nm down. But crucially, it promises the same strong low-end and mid-range punch. The range starter, the Speed T4, now makes 28.6 bhp and 31 Nm, which is down from 30.5 bhp and 36 Nm. While the Thruxton, which was the most powerful 400 bike, has received a power drop from 41.4 bhp to 39.4 bhp, torque falling to 32 Nm from 37.5 Nm. The new model which Triumph has also introduced with this engine, the Tracker 400, which as the name suggests, tracker-inspired street bike, carries the same tune as the Thruxton. On paper, these numbers might seem like a step back, but on road though, it tells a different story. The drop in acceleration between 0.3 to 0.7 seconds across the range is barely perceptible. In fact, the way this 349cc motor delivers its performance is strikingly familiar. The low end and mid-range remain just as eager, and it still pulls cleanly all the way to the red line. If you blindfold a previous 400 owner and hand them the keys to these newer bikes, chances are they'd struggle to tell the difference. Beyond the engine, everything else stays delightfully intact. The supple suspension, the easy flickability, the comfort, the solid build quality, and of course those unmistakable head-turning looks. With sub 350cc motorcycles now attracting just 18% GST, the savings have been passed on to the buyer. All the trimmed prices of the new 400 lineup are on your screen now. So, in essence, this isn't just a story of a smaller engine, it's a story of smart adaptation. Triumph has managed to play the tax game shrewdly, making its 400 lineup more accessible without diluting the very qualities that made these motorcycles so desirable in the first place. And for that very reason, the new 400 lineup continues to be a very easy recommendation for anybody who's looking to buy one of these bikes.